U.S. military officials and the State Department have recommended sending at least 3,000 additional troops to Afghanistan. Officials say the U.S. military needs a bigger role in that country to push the Taliban militant group back to the negotiating table. They've also called for authority to target Taliban leaders with airstrikes. The proposal has yet to be approved by U.S. President Donald Trump. There are 13,000 NATO troops in the country, of whom about 8,400 are American. Afghanistan is still suffering from insecurity and violence years after the U.S. and its allies invaded the country as part of Washington's so-called war on terror. The military invasion removed the Taliban from power, but their militancy continues to this day. Sukant Chandan is a filmmaker and political commentator joining us from London. I don't want to say there was a lull, but it kind of was in terms of news coming from U.S. troops in Afghanistan. But ever since Trump came, it seems like slowly but surely you keep hearing about these troop increases. And one of the headlines reading that Afghanistan, the next proxy war between U.S. and Russia. How do you see the developments involving the U.S. with that country?
Peace, brother, and to all your viewers. Indeed, it's a very interesting thing. Weren't we told by many people, including people very close to our circles who appeared on Press TV and other Global South channels, that Trump was going to be, quote unquote, less imperialist or even some kind of savior to us, that somehow he was going to, quote unquote, drain the swamp in Washington? And what we've seen since Trump's ascendancy, and it has to be said, while people were advocating for Trump being our savior, myself and a few other people were saying no, clearly, Trump signals a fascist development in the West, added Brexit, and the same people were promoting Brexit. And after Brexit, we've seen the UK state threaten war against Spain, and Theresa May saying she'll escalate the war against Syria after she wins this general election on June the 8th. Similarly with Trump, we've seen him go to war, on the brink of war with China, on the brink of war with Russia, bomb Syria, bomb Afghanistan with its biggest bomb it has, and ongoingly in a confrontational towards war against socialist Korea. So it's very clear those people advocating for Trump being our savior are the people who should publicly apologize. And we should also consider whether they have a role at all to play in our circles advocating for the justice of our homelands. Because if they had helped to bring to power that very person who then bombed Syria and Afghanistan, what role do these people actually have to play? Indeed, Trump has declared a quote-unquote new war in Afghanistan against, with the front story being the attack on the Taliban. But this is an attack not only primarily against the long-suffering and resisting people of Afghanistan, but this is a strategic war move against Afghanistan's neighbors who cooperate with it to bring some kind of stability for its people, i.e. Tehran, Delhi, Beijing, Moscow. So this is a very militaristic and aggressive move on behalf of the Trump administration, but many of us were telling this would happen for many years anyway.
Okay, thank you, Sukant Chandan. We appreciate your comments. Filmmaker and political commentator from London.